What's up, everyone? Welcome back. I want you to know that this video is brought to you by DistroKid. For those unfamiliar, DistroKid is a platform that gets your music onto Spotify, Apple Music, all the online stores and streaming services. They're my favorite one that does this, honestly, for a bunch of reasons. But one, they have this really cool feature called hyperfollow. If you ever seen like artists say, hey, like pre-save the link in bio, like that's essentially what it is. They let you pre-save music so your fans could go and click that link, and right when your music's released, that song's uploaded into their library, and that same link is used for all of the different platforms. So like your fans could go to one link and there's the, Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, like there's everything right there. It's a super easy thing, and it's a great resource for your fans to make it as easy as possible to find your music and to listen to your music. It's called Hyperfollow. Check it out. And yeah, put out music through DistroKid. They're the best. Follow the link in the description of the video. You get a discount on your first year's fee. Plus, you support Chad's Home, so it's a win-win. Thank you very much. Enjoy the episode and check out DistroKid. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Chad's Home. My next guest is a band from right here in Los Angeles, California, Wayword. What's up, Wayword?
What's up, guys? Hey.
Good to see you.
Holla.
Yo, first off, let me just say this. Thank you for all the love. I feel like you guys show this channel, what we do, a lot of love. I really appreciate it. You turn your fans onto it, so just thank you. I know this was a really last-minute thing. Just I really appreciate it.
Of course, yeah, we love it here.
Hell yeah, I'm glad. So yeah, I mean, I was trying to do some research and just look up some different things about you guys, and I wasn't finding a bunch. I feel like you guys are kind of, I don't know, there's a little mystery to you. So yeah, if we could do kind of a get to know you type of thing just in the beginning. I hate to kind of do this, but to start, could I get a little intro from all y'all and just like what you do?
Yeah, hi, I'm Daron, and I play guitar and keys, but today I'll be playing bass. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Welcome back, by the way, from not from England session like 2 years ago. It's good to see you again, my friend.
I was like 15 years old. It seems like, decades ago.
I know, right? It's crazy.
I'm Adrian, and I play guitar. Today I'll be playing synth.
Cool.
I'm Albert. I write the music, play guitar, and I sing.
I'm Isaac, and I play drums.
Sick. Good to see you again, Isaac, from the Janko's session.
From Janko's, yeah. Good times.
And I'm Angelo. I play bass normally, but today I'm playing acoustic guitar.
Dang, you guys are switching it up today.
Yeah.
This is going to be wild.
Special treatment.
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
I know. I feel honored. This
Only
is
for you, Chad.
Thank
Only
you.
for you.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
What's up? We're Wayword on Chad's Home. This first song is called Colder.
Awesome. And yeah, it is kind of interesting because obviously you guys play in different bands and stuff. Like, how did that work? Like, how did you bring this whole band together? I imagine you brought everyone together.
Yeah, so originally I met Dayron like at a rehearsal in LA, and we just got to know each other. We had a lot of the same taste. I didn't even know he was not from England until like a month after getting to know him.
Oh, dang.
So long story short, the original Wayword lineup fell out in August 2020. We were supposed to record a record. I already had like the deposit down for the studio, and everybody quit. So I needed to get new members. So I've known Isaac since forever. I booked the Janko's first show. So like me and him have known each other since then. And I knew Dayron. Dayron was like helping me make all the demos during 2020, during the whole pandemic. So I told both of them like, hey, everybody quit, starting a new project. You guys are down, and they were both down. And I'm in another band with them called The Fens. It's like a small local band. And so I just asked them to hop on for the studio, and then everybody just kind of stuck around.
Stuck around.
Yeah.
Damn. What made y'all stick around? Like the songs?
I've been listening to Wayward since their first EP. I was at their EP release show, and that's how I met Albert. Cause I don't know, I had some friends who were into them, and I wanted to start going to local shows. So at the time they were still like a bit of a generic punk band, and they've been coming into their footing a lot lately. So I was like, okay, I can vibe with this new thing that we're going for, and I wanted to see what I could add to that.
Hell yeah. Say with you guys. You're all fans before you joined?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I became a
Daydreaming
fan from like meeting him and like being, like we were kind of like Zoom quarantine friends pretty much. So
Oh,
just,
cool.
yeah, like every day we just like hang out on Zoom, and we would like send back and forth like our demos of like stuff we've been working on, and yeah, I became a fan from like hearing that stuff. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, the band is like over, and I was like, dude, you gotta like record those songs and at least play one show because I gotta hear those songs live. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the first Janko show Albert booked at what was it, All Star Lanes? Yeah, and like, yeah, I know, right? And then it was funny because like me and our other homie Josh from Janko's, we apparently had gone to the same Remo Drive and Beach Bunny show, and like I mentioned it, I was like, oh yeah, we saw them, and Albert's like, oh yeah, you know, check it out, we're in a photo, and he's like, I look at the photo, and it's like me right here, and Albert's like right behind me, and like we didn't know each other, we were like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Wow. Destiny.
Yeah, right, I know.
Dang. That's cool. So, yeah, so you had mentioned, like, in the early days it was more punky stuff, like that's what you're writing?
Yeah, like the first like music I wrote was like when I was like 15. And that was just like when I was 15 I was just listening to like the most like basic punk music, and you know, I listened to like a lot of Slow Hollows and stuff, so I tried to incorporate both of those things, so kind of like ambient, like dreamy surf music, yeah, with some more like regular like 80s punk rock.
Right.
So it was just a weird combination, and in my opinion it didn't really work out too well, but I mean it took us to do that to get to where we are, so in many ways I really appreciate like the growth that we got from that.
Got it. Yeah, and I mean, I like, because the music I hear on Spotify, right, it is that kind of fusion of the two worlds. I feel like it's still pretty dreamy, but there's definitely some like guitar, it's very guitar based, and like you could tell that you have those tendencies of like early punk stuff. But is the next music, because you haven't shared anything from the upcoming album, right?
Not yet. No.
The first single's out. Well, it'll be out by the time this interview's out, but I haven't heard it yet. What can we expect? Like what is the growth of Wayward?
Well, definitely the elements from before are always there, because I feel like, you know, you don't really ever lose any of your inspirations no matter what. Like there's still going to be hints of it. So there's definitely that inspiration there, but like over quarantine, I got a lot of new things. Like I met Dayron, and Dayron put me on to so many new bands and so many new types of sounds, like different tunings and just different ways that I can make a guitar sound. So a lot of it is going to be like, it's still a huge guitar based record. Like we are like guitar players at heart. Like I don't really sing. I just play guitar, but I have to sing so the music comes out.
Yeah.
So it's just more guitar based music, but with a lot of influences from bands that I heard over quarantine. Like Guided by Voices was the big band that really pushed me through all of quarantine, so that's all I listened to. And then just Dayron's music. Dayron writes some great music, and just hearing all his demos and stuff and hearing his ideas helped shape my ideas. And then help from the guy that owns the studio. His name's Danny. he, like, when we got there, the record wasn't like solidified, so he gave us free studio time just to help me finish writing it. So like we would just spend hours inside of the studio just writing new lyrics, writing new melodies, harmonizing. And so the record is like for sure something that is similar to what we had before, but it's definitely a lot of growth, I would say.
It's just, I'd like to say it's heavily refined. Like if you took the bare bones of Wayward and then just cleaned it up a lot and gave it a real like direct purpose, especially since there's the first EP, some of the tracks on there, we did redone versions of them, and I mean I definitely think they sound a lot better than they did back then.
That's cool.
So it's just been a very natural progression for the band's sound.
Got it. That's great. And I mean that leads into another good question, because I was curious, like, when did these songs come together on the album? You know what I mean? Like, were some of them from years ago, or are some of them like brand new that you wrote over quarantine? Like, you know?
Yeah. The thing with like my writing style is like when I lose inspiration, I go back to old music that I've written and just think of all the ways that I could have redone those songs now as I've grown, like both matured as a person and as a musician. So many of the songs that are on the record were on our first EP, but they're different forms of the same song. Like there's different inspirations that I've connected with those songs and just kind of like formed a whole new song from what like I had before. So some songs are like years old. Like the first song that I wrote on there was Wasting Time, and I wrote that song when I was like in 8th grade. And I'm 19 now. So I mean it's kind of a big gap, but there's definitely a lot of maturity that goes through that gap.
That's cool.
So yeah, like some music was written just in these last few months, and some music was written years ago. So it's like just like kind of like I would say like a collection of like me maturing as a person.
Yeah, love that. I love that. One thing that stuck out with the Not From England interview was you were talking about some of your influences, and like I think you're like a big Ty Segall fan or something, and right? Yeah. But I remember you like talking about all these bands, and I think you were telling me that you would just go to like record stores and just like find a bunch of music, right? Like, do you? Because it's crazy that you got like Guided by Voices is one of your like influence. I feel like they're they're a band from like when I was a little kid, you know. Yeah. And so it's tight that you guys are like fans of them. So how do you go about discovering music and getting inspiration from music?
Well, discovering for me is mostly like, well, recently it's been me like I like going on Reddit and just like going on the Indie Heads subreddit and just like, you know, scrolling through just like new releases of stuff. Cause back then I like listened to like a bunch of like old music, and so I've been trying to find like new bands that are like kind of reinventing like the stuff of the like old bands I like, you know, liked.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of just like kind of like hunting through like the Spotify, like who listens to like this band, and like, you know, like the fans of this band,
right
thing. So, yeah, hours of time.
Spotify's really underrated for that. Like I feel like a lot of old heads and like people of that sort would go against you like finding new music from that, but I can definitely say like the recommendations that they've given me have really expanded my horizons musically.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of really good shit out there,
and like the daily mixes and stuff.
Yeah, honestly, like that's how I just started listening to like Of Montreal.
Oh,
and I got that because I was a big LCD Sound System
like
fan.
All these bands are coming back in my head. That's tight.
Yeah,
that's super cool. And you just discovered them through like Spotify now?
100%. It was just awesome. Like you may like this, and then I was like, oh wait, no, this is a really quality dance record. Like,
yeah, I feel like all of you guys are super. I mean, obviously I just got to meet you, but from both of your interviews, like even Isaac, you were like naming off a ton of bands like when we were hanging out at the Janko session. So I just love when bands like are actual music heads and like just go deep into music and get inspiration from that. So with the Wayward stuff, kind of bringing it back to the Wayward music, is there like, you said Guided by Voices, but was there other specific influences you think that are kind of shaping this record? Like even from a production standpoint or like a recording standpoint?
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, it started out with listening to like Guided by Voices during quarantine, because Robert Pollard from Guided by Voices is really prolific. So that's something I really looked up to, is like a guy that's 63 and putting out 3 records a year. Like, it's really crazy. Yeah. So from that point, I just started writing as many songs as I could. Just like if it was a song that I started and I was like, damn, like this is not a good song, I still would finish it. So I could have time to go back and, you know, maybe one day work on it and see how I matured from it.
Yeah.
But like The big inspiration I feel like for this record and the whole writing process was the studio time. Production wise, we like usually before we would just let Danny take over. He would just sit down in this like the booth and just record, and we would go home. But this time we had input from everybody, and you know, everybody played their own parts. We all helped each other out, and everybody contributed to the writing process of like the melodies, and you know, we tried working out new guitar parts, and we just tried to be all comfortable. We didn't try to make it like a stressful, like we're on the clock, like we need to get this done.
Yeah.
So we just try to write like, you know, like we're just 5 friends writing music, you know.
Love that. I love that. Yeah, I'm excited to hear it. So when's the album drops? June 29th?
Yeah, June 29th, and then the single comes out June 17th.
June 17th. Awesome. And you're on Off Center Records, right?
Off Center Records.
Nice. How'd that come together?
Actually, Off Center came together at the studio. So Dan's the producer and Aaron's the engineer. So Aaron is the one that owns Off Center.
Oh, cool.
And he was just telling me at the studio, like, here's an idea that I have. Like, I want to start this label with no contracts, no, like, owning of masters. Like, I just want to help artists expand with my resources. So his whole thing was just trying to help us, you know, grow as artists, but, like, we could focus on the music and he could focus on the PR.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that. So he asked me if I wanted just to do a tape run with him. So we sold some tapes with him. And now, like, he's releasing the record for us. We're making vinyl for the record. Like, everything's starting to come together really well.
Sick. That's great. Does it feel good to like have a little bit of a team?
Definitely.
Shout out Aaron. He's such a great guy. Like I honestly, without us working with him, I don't think we would have gotten a lot of the things that we started doing lately. That or like Donna has really helped us out a lot. It's just these past few months have been really weird for Wayword as a group, since it's like this is a little bit of a breakthrough. Like we're actually getting real shows now, and we're not confined to backyards. So that having that support system has just been amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of, like, what do you got coming up? Do you have like shows booked out like for the rest of the year, pretty much?
We're just talking right now with like All Angeles, doing a couple shows with them in August. Nothing like solid. We're planning on doing a record release show, which again, nothing's like completely solid because of. So depending on how things go and like the future, you know, just overall, everything's just kind of up in the air. But we really want to get back to doing shows.
Yeah, sick. Yeah, I feel like you guys, that was one thing I saw on your Instagram, just like a ton of flyers and stuff, right? Like you guys played quite a bit.
Yeah, like originally, like our whole thing was like, since we weren't proud of how the music was recorded, it was like, if we get a show, we're going to take that show so we can make fans. So we used to play like 2 shows a week, or like we would do like Saturday and Sunday and Monday shows, and then the whole week we would have off, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just nonstop.
Dang.
Just to get like, not only to like, you know, grow as a band, but like to meet new people, make new friends, because that was like one thing, was that we don't only go to play the music, we would stick around, see all the other bands, so we got to meet so many great people, and we got so many good opportunities from them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
This next song is called Daydreaming.
so like, if you would play with the Jankos or with Not From England and stuff, are you guys nervous about like 2 shows in one night on one bill?
Not really. I mean, like I've done that before, like
Yeah.
with South Trees, because I was in them for a little
Oh,
bit.
right. Yeah.
So like we did a show like where it was both me and South Trees, but I mean maybe because like South Trees music isn't all that drum intensive, but with Wayward, like I went ham on the record. So
Nice.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna be pretty tired if we ever do that.
I don't know though. I mean, we've been doing the band swapping for a while. Like the Fenn's first show back in like December 2019, we had Wayward on the bill there, and I had just joined Wayward at that point, so we were doing 2 sets there, and it just like whenever we play shows together, we easily book our other bands just like as a
that's
just in
cool.
case.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
you
get all the
can't always
friends.
get other people from the scene. So,
Yeah.
you know.
They're like a homie show.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited to do it. I only did it like once, I think, and that was at my last show that I ever played, which was at the Smell. The other band I was in was Poltex Riot, and I'm actually in that band with the guitarist from Not From England, who is the drummer in Poltex Riot. Yeah, but of course I'm still stuck on bass in both bands. But yeah, it was a neat set. I got like a reversible jacket to where like I had it on like one, I reversed it when I like played the next band.
Right.
It was like, oh my gosh, it's a totally new person with a different jacket.
That's great.
Yeah. So I'm excited to try new tricks like that. every
Yeah,
time,
that's awesome.
we get on the same bill. Yeah.
I love it. Very cool. Well, shoot, guys. I mean, I'm stoked to hear the new record. I'm stoked to hear the new stuff. I'm sure it'll be out when this comes out. So
It's record of the year, 100%.
let's go. I love it. And
It's mid.
it's self-titled, right?
Yeah, it's self-titled.
And why'd you do that?
Lack of creativity.
Yeah, I think lack
Lack
of
of
creativity.
creativity. Well, I feel like self-titled albums. It's like if I'm gonna go self-titled, this is the album that I want to encompass what this band is.
Yeah, and that's like the main thing. Like the first thing that made me want to make it self-titled is because I would say Guided by Voices is a big inspiration on me, but like my biggest inspiration ever is Joyce Manor.
Sick.
So like their first record was self-titled, and so that was like one thing I was like, that record is what Joyce Manor is.
Mm-hmm.
Like from there on forward, no matter where you go, that's Joyce Manor. So when we finished this record, I knew like this is like probably like our peak. Like we're gonna just get like worse than this. So I was like, this is probably like the best we're gonna do. And not only that, like these are the people that could see like this band having a future with. So that's why I was like, if this is gonna be the way it goes, it's gonna be with these guys, and
Sick.
this is the record.
Basically, this is our Blue album, and then we're dropping Pinkerton, and we're gonna lose all our fans.
Exactly.
But in 20 years, everyone will love that song.
Yeah, in 20
100%.
years they'll come back to it. They'll be
Right,
like,
that album for Wayward was super good.
Yeah.
I love it. Good stuff. Cool. One last question that everyone always asks, and I hate asking this question, but what does Wayward mean?
So Wayward is a noun. No, I think it just means like wayward means to be hyper and hard to control. So when there's a person that's out of control, like that kid is wayward, which is something that they don't use anymore. Like that's
Yeah.
that's old people talk. So I was just like looking up names, and I was like, well, that makes sense. I mean, like I'm an idiot, so I was like Wayward, and then the original spelling of Wayward has an A instead of an O.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay, I'll just change it to an O, no copyright, we're good.
Dang.
So that's what wayward means.
I kind of love that. I'm gonna start using that word a lot more.
That kid is wayward.
It's a very Pixies way to find your name.
Sure is.
Cool. So we got a few fan questions, then we'll get into the music. All right.
Sounds good.
So number 1, what songs got you through quarantine? Oh yeah, we got to have my boy talk here.
Yeah, come on. You guys-
I wasn't ready for this question.
Anybody got an answer already?
Punisher by Phoebe Bridgers.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, he's
I got a
answers.
few,
He's got
so
answers.
I've got honestly it's more albums for me because I discovered a few pretty cool artists during quarantine. I discovered Broadcast, so just like constantly listening through their discography. Leaves Turn Inside You by Unwound. I discovered that album during quarantine. I'd like known Unwound for like years before, but I only found the album recently. And then Public Strain by Woman. Yeah, those are the main ones. And then maybe like Spoon's Transference. And yeah, those are the few that pulled me through. Oh, Surf Curse. Yeah, tons of Surf
let's
Curse
go.
and Teen Suicide.
Sick.
Yeah,
Great recs.
for me, it's like kind of a meme that I listen to dad rock. Everybody that's in my friend group, like, they make fun of me because I listen to dad rock, but like, the Replacements, the Lemonheads, those were all like so many of those songs. Like there's a song called "Into Your Arms" by the Lemonheads. It's like their one hit. It's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I also tried like venturing more into like our local scene because I feel like I've always kind of neglected it. So like, I really listen to a lot of Archer O. Like, Easy Eyes is like one of the best songs like from this local scene for sure.
Dude, their song "Sophomore City" is so good. I think.
It's
Like,
crazy. The
Archer
Diva
O's-
session I saw where they played that song, and it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, they're great.
So just like listening to them, and that was definitely a push for inspiration, was seeing like these guys that are just so talented and they're so overlooked. I feel like
Yeah.
they're just such great musicians.
Yeah,
So
totally.
just like all of their discography was definitely a big help.
Sick.
Well, I just got really into like Herencia de Patrones, which is like this like new school like corrido type band. They're pretty sick. Them and like Junior H and stuff. I don't know. I just got really into like Mexican music for some weird reason.
Cool.
I have no idea why. I didn't grow up with any of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, my dad kept calling me. He's like, dude, you're like a born again Mexican. Like, what the hell? Yeah, he's like, what, like, I didn't show you any of this. Like, how did you find this? And I was like, I don't know.
Dude, I was we were actually at a Dodgers game not too long ago, and who's the pitcher? The closer who walks up to the like banda music. Yeah, it's so sick.
No,
I like
dude.
researched that song. I was like, damn, I've been like playing that song so much lately.
Oh, wait, what
It's
song
sick.
is it?
Oh, I'll show it to you afterwards.
Alright, I'm
Yeah,
down.
it's like I can't say the name right.
Yeah, I
It'd
get
be
you.
offensive if I say.
Yeah, don't worry. My Spanish is terrible too. My cousins like mess with me all the time. Anyways, Angela.
So for the first half of quarantine, it's probably like Animal Collective and LCD Sound System. I was
Sick.
like trying my hardest to get into really experimental shit. And then as of late, the last few months, Whole Lot of Red and like
Nice.
the Microphones.
Wait, is Whole Lotta Red the?
It's the new Playboy Cardi album.
But it's also Mario Judah, right?
Yeah, no, but
No.
no. We don't support Mario Judah around here.
Why not? He's cool.
He don't play Playboy Cardi. Come on.
I think
Bro,
he's
have you
better.
heard Die Lit?
No, I don't.
Have you heard his The Baby cover?
Literally album of the year, bro.
Sick.
More people need to listen to Cardi like pronto.
Oh my god.
Listen to this new Wayward album, then go listen to some Cardi.
Exactly. They blend into each other.
Yeah.
Rockstar me.
Next one. What's the cute little eye thing on your logo?
Oh yeah, on the logo. So the logo's old. I wish I knew the artist who made it, but our old guitar player is the one that got all that made. But it's basically like a face. So the W and the D are the ears, and then you have the cheeks, and then you have the face and the nose.
Sick.
So the whole Wayward logo is a face.
I love it.
So I wish I knew the artist. I unfortunately don't. But yeah, it's just an old logo. I don't know too much about it. I'm not the one that got it made.
Cool. Yeah, it looks good. Last question. This one's for Isaac. What is SpongeCore?
Oh God. Who the hell asked me that? Oh, it's like just okay. I found this meme when I was a kid and I was like obsessed with it, and it's just like SpongeBob, but like with like breakdowns, and it's just a bunch of samples. It's like the dumbest thing ever. It's so funny. Why are you pointing?
That's awesome.
Well,
That's
we'll
cool.
be in the middle of practice, and this dude's like, "What if we tossed like Benson screaming into a breakdown?"
Oh yeah, from regular show.
Like a little muscle man breakdown.
You know who else likes metal?
My mom.
I love it.
Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
That's great. Your guys' practices must be a lot of fun.
We spend like
Very
all of it
productive.
just making fun of each other, and then we actually practice. for 20 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's it from my end. You guys have some other things you wanted to shout out or mention or talk about before we signed off?
Shout out to South Trees.
Oh
Shout out
yeah,
to all
dude.
the local bands we play with. South Trees, Blue Ink, the whole Whittier scene. Shout out to Donna from Los Angeles, Cool Mom MGMT. She's done a lot for us lately, and she's just been a great support, helping the band stay together.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to Dawn. Honestly, she kills it for that
Yeah.
scene.
Her
Yeah.
in Los Angeles, dude. It's
Yeah.
just
It's
keeping it all
crazy all that she
together.
dedicates for it, and like
Yeah.
the little recognition she gets. She really works her ass off for
Totally.
everything. And shout out to Aaron for believing in all of us as a group, and Danny for helping us record the record.
Shout out to Whittier.
Yeah, that's all.
Shout out to Whittier.
Shout out to Whittier.
I
dude.
love
Shout
it.
out to Whittier. Shout out to Santa Clarita, where I have to pick him up from.
Yeah.
Sick. Well, yeah, from my end, shout out to DC Shoes, of course. I love y'all so much. You keep us alive. Thank you very, very much. Topo Chico, best mineral water in the game. These guys aren't drinking any yet, but hey,
Yeah.
I got some right here. And Cafecito Organico, best coffee shop in LA. You guys like coffee?
Oh yeah, coffee's pretty bomb.
Love coffee.
Go check out Cafecito, man. It's good
I'll be
stuff.
there. Thank you, Chad.
Of course. It's a pleasure to have you guys on. Again, thank you so much for the show. I know this was kind of short notice. I'm really excited to see what you guys did with the acoustic set and like all that stuff. And again, thanks for just all the love over the years. I really appreciate it. I've seen it. And yeah. just
Thanks for the
means a lot.
opportunity.
Yeah,
We're
thanks for
happy to
having
be
us
here.
Of course. Yeah, dude.
Thank you, Chad.
Hey, man. You're welcome.
Bless your soul.
Thank you, Chad.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it, yeah?
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
dude,
All right.
Let's do it. Let's
Thanks,
rock
Wayward.
and roll.
Let's rock.
All right, this next song is called Your Ghost.
Hey, what's up? Just letting you know we are now on Patreon. Sign up for exclusive performance videos. You get the episodes early and a bunch of other cool stuff. The link is in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much.